So today, let's talk about AWS. When you guys hear AWS, what does it remind you of? What are some key terminologies that when you guys hear AWS, what is it like? Bez oppa? Well, I don't know why you think about him being bald. What's AWP? Shotgun. Okay, it reminds you of shotgun from CS:GO. Shotgun. Oops, and is it? Virtual machine. Oh, sniper. Oh, AWP. There's also AWM. For PUBG. In Korean, we say etap. Etap. It's the same thing, really. Virtual machine. What else? What else? Anything else? You guys, if you guys hear AWS, what does it remind you of? What do you get? What do you feel when you guys hear AWS? Like, or like, what do you get? Twitch? Option. Data center. Lambda? Why lambda? Lambda. Politic party? Okay, well, let's read more about it, guys. Where is my whiteboard? Paint? Sorry. It's a pay-as-you-go? Okay, so let's get started. So Amazon Web Service is a subsidiary of Amazon providing on-demand cloud computing platform and APIs to individual companies and governments on a metered pay-as-you-go basis. Oh, nice. Sliced bread mentioned. 자, these cloud computing web services provide a variety of basic, abstract, technical infrastructure and distributed computing building blocks and tools. One of these services is Amazon Elastic Compute Cloud. Available all the time through the internet. AWS's virtual computers emulate most of the attributes of a real computer, including hardware, CPUs, GPUs for processes, local RAM memory, hard disk, SSD, yada. The technology is implemented from server farms throughout the world and maintained by the Amazon. Feeds are based on the combination of usage as known as pay-as-you-go, hardware, operating system, software, or networking features chosen by the subscriber, required availability, redundancy, security, and service options. Subscribers can pay for a single virtual AWS computer, a dedicated physical computer, or clusters of either. Oh, they have lots of services provided, right? So Amazon markets AWS to subscribers as a way of obtaining large-scale computing capability more quickly and cheaply than building an actual physical server farm. All services are built based on usage, but each service measures usage in varying ways. As of 2017, AWS owns 33 of all clouds. Wow. Compared to Microsoft and Google Cloud owning 18 and 9. We are Google Cloud for Tweety. 컴퓨터에 불났다고? 어떻게? These are very long sentences. So services. As of 2021, AWS comprises over 200 products, services, including computing, storing, networking, DB, analytics, application services, deployment, management, machine learning, mobile, The most popular, including the EC2. This is not a good sentence, guys, but I'm guessing the services that are most popular are the EC2, the Simple Store service, the Amazon Connect, and AWS Lambda. Oh, Lambda! 자, most servers are not exposed directly to end users, but instead offer functionality through APIs for developers to use in their applications. Amazon Web Services offering are accessed over HTTP using the REST architectural style and SOAP protocol for older APIs and exclusively JSON for the new ones. What the heck? So they offer lots of services for everything. Anything that's related to internet and services they own, it seems like, right? And they have different connections. So if it goes by the old ones, like the HTTP, they still have connection. And they also have the JSON for the new one. So they are all set for old or new. Right? Yeah, they run the whole internet, basically. Now, for the history, the genesis of AWS was when in the early 2000s, experience with building merchant.com made them pursue service-oriented architecture as a means to scale their engineering operations, led by then the CTO Alan Vermeulen. If I'm pronouncing his name incorrectly, please tell me. Around the same time frame, Amazon sought out to create a shared IT platform, so its engineering organizations, which were spending 70% of their time on undifferentiated heavy lifting. What is undifferentiated heavy lifting? What is that? IT and infrastructure problems could focus on customer-facing innovation instead. Let's see. Besides, in dealing with unusual peak traffic patterns, especially during the holiday season, migrating services to commodity Linux hardware and reliance and So it seems that they wanted to figure out a way to solve these minor issues related to shared IT services, right? I'm not quite sure what heavy lifting, undifferentiated heavy lifting is. But it seems like this is the start of where AWS started, right? July 2002, Amazon.com Web Services, managed by Colin Breyer, launched its first web service opening of the Amazon.com platform to all developer. First web services opening up the Amazon.com platform to all developer? Over 100 applications were built on top of it by 2004. So they opened the Amazon.com platform for people to build on top of. Is that what this statement is stating? What the heck? The unexpected developer interest took Amazon by surprise and convinced them that developers were hungry for more. Oh. So they basically opened Amazon's can I say they opened Amazon's API? And that's how they got interested in everything? 어렵네. I feel like this history is very hard to understand. By the summer of 2003, Andy Jassy had taken over Breyer's portfolio at Rick Dalzell's behest after Vermeulen, who was Bezos' first pick, declined the offer. So what kind of services does the web service that they're talking about include? Oops. Because it could just mean that I just opened www.amazon.com. But when it says they opened it, what's opened? They wanted a centralized way to host their own merchant Amazon site, and after scaling up, they began to outsource their service to other developers. It seems so. Wow. This is very hard to understand. This paragraph was very hard to understand. It's my first time reading Wikipedia, and I'm just kind of like, I don't understand what's going on. Right? This history is just kind of confusing. So basically, they open sourced it, right? They use it. Anyway, so when a normal business starts web businesses, they need to buy hardware, set up service, maintain internet, etc, etc. This is heavy lifting. So at this time, so the shared IT platform is what it does heavy lifting of all those things. Cookies. They allowed users to use their web services instead of just Amazon itself using it. I'm kind of getting the image right now. It's oh shoot. Thanks, Mark. So what did Cookie say, guys? What's a cookie? They run virtual machines, which are software fools the computer into thinking it runs on a machine. So a service can run multiple machines inside of itself. You will log into their website and can set up. So they basically did the hard work. Amazon would basically do the hard work for the companies. And they got money for it? Yeah, setting up a website seems very confusing. No wonder at the conference we went to, there was a lot of companies that actually wanted to set up the AWS and actually was connected to Amazon. It was a Korean company. So you can put your code on the machine and configure them to do whatever you want. Any business, the money is made by people not using their time and virtual computer leased properly. Okay. So let's continue. So by the summer of 2003, they've taken over Brian's portfolio Jesse subsequently laid down the vision for an internet OS made up of foundational infrastructure primitives that alleviated key impediments. 어려웠다. It was very hard. To shipping software applications faster. By fall 2003, databases, storage, and compute were identified as the first set of infrastructure piece that Amazon should launch. Amazon launched web services. Developers can now incorporate Amazon.com content and features into their own website. Extended welcome mat for developers. So use basically the Amazon layout, front end, back end, and to their own website, basically, is maybe what that meant. So Jeff Barr, an early AWS employee. Oh, isn't he the new CEO? 아닌가? Or maybe not. Maybe. Right? Oh. Credits Vermeulen, Jesse Bezos himself, and a few others for coming up with the idea of what would evolve into ECS, their popular product. Oh, Jesse is the new CEO. What the heck? Oh, this Andy Jesse? Oh, that's where people come into. Damn, I see. Oh, yeah. So, he is actually an early AWS member. He was a CEO back in 2003 till now. So 17 years of AWS CEO moving on to Amazon. Yeah, he must make tons of money then, right? Wow, 제시 오빠. So while Jesse recalled that being a result of brainstorming for about a week with 10 of the best technology minds and 10 of the best product management minds on about 10 different internet applications and the most primitive building blocks required to build them, Warner Vogels put down Amazon's desire to make the process of invent, launch, reinvent, relaunch, start over, rise, rinse, repeat. As fast as it could be, to have led them to break down organizational structures with 2 pizza teams. And its mission to expose all of all these people. So Jesse assembled a founding team of 57 employees from the mix of engineering and business background to kickstart these initiatives, with the majority of hires coming from outside the company. When was this? 2000. So Jeff Lawson, Twilio, CEO, Adam Selipsky, Tableau CEO. Wow. How about Jinrico CEO? How about Jinrico CEO, Jesse? I can work really hard, Andy. Please hire me. Late 2003, the concept of compute, which would later launch as ECS, one of their popular products, was reformulated when Chris Pinkham and Benjamin Black presented a paper internally describing a vision for Amazon's retail computing infrastructure that was completely standardized, completely automated, and would rely extensively on web services for services such as storage and would draw on internal work already underway. 야, 진짜 Guys, not gonna lie, this is one of the worst Wikipedia I've ever read. The sentences are too long. Yeah, I would have to agree with why these sentences are very long. Near the end of their paper, they mentioned the possibility of selling access to virtual service as a service. Virtual services as a service. Proposing the company could generate revenue from the new infrastructure investment. So Pingham and lead developer Christopher Brown developed the Amazon ES2 service with the team in Cape Town, South Africa. Wow. So basically this part is how AWS Z apostrophe S A EC2 got developed, right? With all these they had a paper. Benjamin Opa and Chris Opa had this paper being like, hey, I think in like this AWS thingamabobby, they should have like, they had this and this and this and this, blah 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 blah, which meant that they developed in Cape Town, South Africa. November 2004, first AWS infrastructure service launched for public usage, which was Simple Queue Service, SQS. Access to virtual services as a service. That is so hard. AWS services are broken down to data center for a specific region. If one site goes down, the services are supposed to be able to switch seamlessly to other data centers, but that doesn't always happen. So where do they even hold all these? Where's the data farm? I want to go visit a data farm. Hey, Amazon employee. If I go to Seattle, right there, that's where they have. Don't you think that's where they have their main data farm? Is there like a tour that we can go? Oh, really? Yeah, but I feel like you gotta go to the centric one, no? You can't visit? Oh, they're in the middle of nowhere? Oh, that's so crazy. Oh, it's not for tours? Oh, that sucks. Cause do you think people can steal data? Oh, really? Oh, become an employee? Shoot. Have you seen one? A few staff for maintenance? Oh. You can steal data when you get physical access? Oh. Shoot, I didn't know. Oh my god. Okay. Please don't fire me, Amazon. I just didn't know. It's called closed access. Really? Oh, I didn't know. My friend's data center is next to Amazon data center in Virginia. Damn, it is very out of nowhere. Not gonna lie. Wow. Okay, well, let's continue. March 14, 2006, Amazon S3 Cloud Storage launched, followed by EC2 in in August 2006. So S3 is one of their famous cloud service, right? So Andy Opa, AWS founder and vice president at this time in 2006, said at the time that Amazon S3 helps free developers from worrying about where they are going to store data, whether it will be safe and secure, if it will be available when they need it, the cost, or whether they have enough storage available. So S3 focuses on innovating with data rather than figuring out how to store it. So basically AWS service is, hey, you have an idea, you need data service center, we will do everything for you, right? But if your company doesn't have someone who's smart enough to use AWS efficiently, there are other side companies you can hire to set up your AWS service for you. Wow. And here you're kind of thinking, would it really be worth your money? Right? So AWS and Azure admin and certifications are high in demand. So to get lots of money, you should work in AWS but they wouldn't hire. What type of jobs would you do there? Like debugging? Well, maybe after this, let's look into AWS jobs. Oh. So, continuing, Pi Corporation, a startup Paul Maritz co-founded, was the first beta user of EC2 outside of Amazon. While Microsoft was among EC2's first enterprise customers. Enterprise, sorry. I was gonna read this as entrepreneur for some reason. Later that year, SmugMug, one of the early AWS adopters, attributed savings of around $400,000 in storage cost to S3. Oh, security. So in September 2007, there was a startup challenge, a contest with prize worth $100,000 for entrepreneurs and software developers based in the US using AWS services such as S3 and EC2 to build their businesses. The first edition saw participation from Justin.tv. Wow! Did you guys know? So Justin.tv actually joined the contest. Oh, so Uyala and Online Media was the eventual winner. But we don't know much about Uyala, but we know Justin.tv. 대박. Additional AWS services from this period include SimpleDB, Mechanical Turk, Elastic Block Store, Elastic Beanstalk, Relational DB Service, DynamoDB, CloudWatch, Simple Workflow. Guys, all these names so hard. So the growth for 5 years, 2010, it was reported that all of Amazon.com's retail site had migrated to AWS. Prior to 2012, AWS was considered a part of Amazon.com, and so its revenue was not delineated in Amazon financial statements. In that year, industry watchers for the first time estimated AWS revenue to be over $1.5 billion. November 2012, AWS hosted its first major annual conference, reInvent, with focus on AWS partners and ecosystem with over 150 sessions. 3-day event was held in Las Vegas because of its relatively cheaper connectivity with locations across the US and the rest of the world. So is that why everything is held in Vegas? Isn't that famous developing contest always annually held in Las Vegas? Andy and Warner presented keynotes with Jeff joining Vogel for a fireside chat. Is it called DEF CON? I don't know the name of it, but you know how any new technology, it's a big company conference where they have Samsung going, a lot of the tech company, CES, that's what I was thinking of. DEF CON is for hackers, yeah. CES was what I was thinking of, yeah. But continuing, AWS opened early registrations at $1,099 per head for the customers. Oh. Really? Is that expensive? This is relatively cheap. Do employees get free access? Does employee give one for free? Can I get one? Can I go to one? Hey, Amazon employee. I'm Amazon. It was free and virtual last year and you didn't tell me? Yeah, I guess so, but I'm unfortunately not a multi-millionaire company. On stage with Andy Jassy at the event, which saw around 600 attendees, Reed Hastings, CEO at Netflix, announced plans to migrate 100% of Netflix infrastructure to AWS. I am checking. Don't lie. AWS. Oh wait, I think I remember. Wait, I am not going to. Wait, I think I remember mentioning. Wait. I think I remember this. Why do I remember this? I'm not gonna search for it. To support industry-wide training and skills standardization, AWS began offering a certification program for computer engineers. Oh, really? Ah! So on 2013 of April, to highlight expertise in cloud computing. Oh, so they give us certification for AWS? Is the exam hard? What does this certification program do? Later that year, in October, AWS launched Activate, a program for startups worldwide to leverage AWS credits, third-party integrations, and free access to AWS experts to help build their business. In 2014, AWS launched its partner network entitled APN, which is focused on helping AWS-based companies grow and scale their success of their business with close collaboration and best practices. Can we apply for APN for Tweety? Hey, Amazon! Can we be partners with you guys? I'll be nice. I'll be cheap. We have potential in allowing Tweety to be successful. Please? So, January 2015, Amazon Web Services acquired Annapurna Labs, an Israel-based microelectronics company, reputedly for 350 to 370 million. April 2015, Amazon.com reported AWS was profitable with sales of 1.57 billion in the first quarter of the year and 265 million to operating income. Founder described it as a fast-growing 5 billion business. Their Q3 earning income was that much. Operating margins at 25%. Operating margins at 25%. 2015 Q3 revenue was 2.1 billion, a 78% increase from 2014 Q3 revenue of 1.17. Yada yada yada. So market leadership. Now, James Hamilton, who leads AWS Compute Data Center and Network Design, wrote a retrospective article in 2016 to highlight the 10-year history of the online service from 2006 to 2016. As an early fan and outspoken proponent of the technology, he had joined the AWS engineering team in 2008. In 2016, revenue was that, this is revenue, launched auto-scaling service at AWS, blah, 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 blah. So, yeah. So, notable customers include NASA, Obama presidential campaign of 2012, and Netflix. And even in 2019, reported that more than 80% of Germans listed DAX companies use AWS. Yeah, I was getting migraine from golf. U.S. Navy said it moved 72,000 users to AWS cloud system. So, continuing of availability and topology. Topology? What is topology, guys? 이게 뭐예요? What is this? 기세학? What is topology? Fast headache delivery technology. Shush. The first certificate AWS cert is called Cloud Practitioner. Is testing theory based on what the wide range of service offered by AWS, understand its usage, and their different types of pricing. Oh, so basically working for them to give them option. Network setup, study of trends, topology, 구조 같은 거? I guess it's mostly using maybe electric engineer. Can it be used in electrical engineers, I guess? Topo means place in Latin. Oh. Oh, okay. So this is, I guess, where it is for AWS. It seems 7 in North America, 1 in South America, 6 in Europe, 1 in Middle East, 1 in Africa, and 8 in Asia. Launched 15 more of its availability zone, and again, separately, 5 more zone in Australia, India, Indonesia, Spain, and Switzerland. And December 2014 opened an estimated 1.4 million services across 28 availability zones. And now in 2014 claimed that aim was to achieve 100% renewable energy usage in the future. That's true. So they are partnered with renewable energy provider, including Community Energy of Virginia. That's why you guys mentioned Virginia. To support the U.S. East region, pattern development in 2015 to construct and operate Amazon wind farm faller. Holy cow, Cold Burns! Thank you for 10 gifted subs. Wow, long time no see. Thank you so much. That's so sweet of you. Yay, thank you. Can we get a Jimmy 가자? Thank you. Yeah, welcome. Welcome, guys. So pop-up loafs. AWS also has pop-up loafs in different locations around the world. These market AWS to entrepreneurs and startups in different tech industries in a physical location. Visitors can work or relax inside the loaf. Wow. Ooh. This is working area? You guys work at this nice place? Don't let the energy stuff confuse you into thinking they are good. Down further south, power companies overcharge poor people to give Amazon a discount on their power. In the southern region? Really? That's what they do? That's awful. No way, really? Oh, shoot, that scared the crap out of me. Thank you guys. Thank you for the sub. Power in the south is cheap. Is it cheap? I don't know. I've never lived in the south though. Texas has one of the higher winds and solar energy productions in the country. Is that why a lot of manufacturing production companies are coming down to Texas? Because they have cheaper energy? Business friendly environment. Guys, Jinri is moving to Texas. So they call like these nice place to work a pop-up loaf. Visitors can work or relax inside the loaf. So I can go visit. They expanded to New York City. Oh, guys, remind me to go visit AWS pop-up loaf in New York. So they have one in London. So New York. Oh, they're closed due to COVID pandemic. But Tokyo's open. Oh shit. Just kidding. Let's see. So environmental impact. So AWS joined an industry pledge to achieve climate neutrality of data center by 2030. What is that? State of net zero carbon dioxide emission. Because they're using lots of energy. They're giving out bad things in the air, right? And that's all for AWS. So unfortunately, AWS doesn't have Hello World. Right? But it seems that AWS is one of the biggest reason why Amazon has succeeded, right? So, conclusion. I don't know why you put Bezos bald, but yeah. But I think AWS, instead of now Bezos oppa, we gotta think about Jerry. Andy oppa. Oh, sorry, Andy not Jerry. Andy Jesse oppa. Jesse was big oppa. I mean, of course there was other people who contributed, but Jesse oppa was a CEO or worked in AWS for almost 17 years before moving on to Amazon. CSGO 저리 가고. Obviously a lot with virtual machine, but others. So anything internet can do, basically, right? Anything internet can do. And then Twitch, obviously, we realized actually Justin TV was in their like some type of like competition. Shockingly. So obviously data center, Lambda's one of their products. I don't know about the politics issue, but yeah. And then conclusion is that I guess conclusion is basically like, wow, no wonder Andy. Oh, sorry. No wonder Andy is the CEO now, because I think he did a big contribution to Amazon. Amazon, right? And then another conclusion is that security engineers, no wonder they get a lot of money. Like, even like reading about this in Amazon and AWS and how it got developed, it's like, remember, like, think how many things like you have to know of, right? So and then best place to place your DB. So anyone who's in backend software engineer knows well about AWS. It seems like, right? So yeah, security cloud consultant도 So that's all for AWS. Anything you guys want to add on? Let me kind of read what you guys said. So AWS was the only part that was making profit. No wonder, I kind of get it. Yeah, we can't write Hello World using AWS, but it can be run on AWS, right? Amazon losing money on their marketplace to make it up for their web hosting. Takeaway 2023-2024 calls on Amazon is already expensive. You know how much Amazon, one stock of Amazon is? It's like $1,000, man. Jeff Oppa used to acquire companies he thought was different, even if he didn't think it would make money. So Jeff Oppa is not for money, but for the success and potentials. Wow. Oh, is it 3,000 per share? Yeah. Like, I don't know how far you want it to go up. Oh. I get monthly 3K, guys. My monthly income is 3K. So that's all for AWS. Any questions you guys have, feel free to tell me. Comment below. Other than that, that's all for AWS. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys had fun. It's a very interesting